Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
we have a meeting on the 10th. Yeah.
Okay. So when we finish our meeting, we will know what way to go. And I'm inviting my friend, the one that owns the medical transportation. She's going to be on the meeting with you and I.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
So you're going to get some really great information. And from there, we'll decide which way to go. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Jesus Millennia. I love that name. Did you have a question?
Well, thank you for inviting me. There's lots of questions, but I didn't have a specific one to ask right now. But now that I'm here, I just want to say I am very happy that I found you on TikTok. I was just scrolling the other morning and I came up on your live and I was, intrigued. And that's why I said, "What can I learn today?" Do you remember when I said that?
Hi.
Right. So, I have had this desire. I've had the desire for many years now to do elderly care. I'm actually doing that now, but for myself. For
Okay.
myself.
Okay. As an
Right.
individual. Okay.
Right. I do it now. I mostly do veterans right now. I work with an agency that takes care of veterans.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart's desire, and I believe God wants that for me too, because it's been in my spirit for a very, very long time. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to be a nurse, but I think I'm just gonna go straight to maybe just taking care of the people and doing it from the business aspect than going into the hospital and stuff.
Yes.
So uh, the agency is different from the facility, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But I've always dreamt to have a facility, but I know I might be able to have both.
Yes.
Right,
We'll
right.
talk about that during
Yeah. Right,
your
right. So I know I scheduled the meeting already because I'm a subscriber.
I know. Hmm.
Yeah, and so for now, I'm basically gonna be listening to you,
Okay.
learning, and also the way that my life is right now, I have to take care of some stuff on my end that when I get to have that meeting with you, I am more closer to, starting.
That's
So
fine.
that's why I extended my schedule to that time that that I did
That's
because I don't
okay.
want you to give me all the information now and then I do nothing with it.
Correct. And there are
Right.
some things we'll talk about. I really wish that I didn't make a fumble this evening and that this was really just a sub only
It's
because
okay. It's okay.
there were some things I was going to just give to you all, but I pivot
Well, you
because
never know. You never know if the Lord wanted somebody else to hear it.
exactly. So I
Yeah.
kind of pocket the things I was going to say and I have to hold my tongue a little bit. The things I want to say.
Okay, okay, okay.
So you
But
won't get everything.
you have the information in your head,
There
and
you
the
go.
Lord is with you. He's gonna keep you. He's gonna guide you, and you will have another opportunity to share that information with
Yes,
us.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
You can take me down if you want to.
Okay, I can take you down. All right.
Thank you.
Bring someone else. Shay, give me 1 second. Nkima Scrub says, "Good evening. Tomorrow I'm going to look at my office location for my agency." Nkima, do me a favor. Do me a favor. When is your meeting, Nkima? Looking at office space. Oh my God. That's why I wanted to do a lot of reason I wanted to do this. Okay. Okay. But I'm trying to make sure that you're nothing scheduled. You didn't schedule your appointment. How come? We sent you a link. Can you look in your spam mail, please, to get the link so that you can schedule your one-on-one with me? Or if you didn't send me, if you're one of those that I sent a message to say, please DM me your email, please do so that we can get you to schedule, okay? All right. Because what I don't want is for you to spend money on a space yet when we are not there, right? Because you actually can start from home. You can start with the office space, the space you have in your house. before you go outside. It takes time for the approval. So right now, since we haven't spoken, I don't really know where you are in the process and where I come in. So, but I want to say not to spend money that is not necessary yet. All right. Please send me your message so that, okay, yes, I did send you. Can you look in your spam mail? Because if you've sent it, that definitely means that Grace or I have sent you an email. It comes from Vision Growers. And please go on and do that, schedule your appointment, because the spaces are limited, because by the third week, I think, of this month, we close off the one-on-one until August. I will not have a one-on-one with newer people till August. So if you have subscribed and you have not scheduled your one-on-one, please go ahead and schedule it, because we're going to take care of all the one-on-one, all the subscribers. Ismail, it says you should go and renew because you expire in 48 hours. TikTok just told me that. You know that? I didn't know that. It just told on you. Mr. Dido, thank you for joining. The training will likely be on the 27th. I did not want to announce it yet. Whenever you got, can you answer my question? Zuma, what was your question? Let me go to Shay first. Shay, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shay. So I'm in Oklahoma, and one of our requirements is that we can't. I know, like you said, like you can start from home, but for us, we have to get a commercial building. But so I started back in 2022, but I'm just now getting the ball rolling. But I wanted to ask you, um, do you work with Oklahoma?
Yes, ma'am.
That
I'm
was
going
one
to
of the
tell you
things too.
something. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I want to tell you. Go ahead. If you can.
Okay. And then one of our requirements is we have to take what is it? The
Class.
home care administrative course. But I was trying to see if you have any other suggestions for companies that I can take it with, because the only thing that's showing up on our website is at a tech college or at a vocational.
Yes, so
But the vocational is charging like 2,000 and something, and then the tech is charging 1,010. But I was trying to see if it's online, if I can take it online.
thank you for the heart me. There are certain Shay, I thought you were a subscriber. Are you a subscriber?
I just did it.
You just did. Can I please request something, that all the subscribers go to where you would put a comment or ask a question and click on the star, and those labels will come on. If you would display that by your name so that I can be able to see who my subscribers are. I do really want to prioritize you. Thank you, Sherlyn. And if you can do it more than 1, 2, 3, just choose one of those tags, please, or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't care. Just put that by your name so that you can stand out for me to see, because this evening was supposed to be for you. Zuma, give me a minute, okay? Give me a minute. I will come to you. I'm trying to answer everyone's question. Thank you for the subscription and extension of your subscription. All right, so Shay, I was going to say, even we do have a few clients in Oklahoma. Yes, you can actually start the business portion of it from home, and then later on can switch the address. But that is a lot of things I would have to tell you on a one-on-one basis. And there are a list of agencies where you can go and take the class that, the administrator course that we're
Okay.
talking about.
Are they online?
There is one, I believe, that is online.
Okay, because I just because I own a drug testing business too, so it's like I really can't really have that. I don't really have that time to go and sit in a class from Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday for like 4 to 5 hours. So it's like it's better if I can just do it online, and I can get it done faster that way. I know.
Well, there's another thing I want to tell you. Number one, if it is full, and the way that my mind works, right, is this. If I really want something, because at a point you would have to schedule yourself if that's the only option that is left. But we can talk about that later. But if that's the only option that is left, I would say if I'm really wanting to do this thing, then I would make.
Yes, if it's the last, if it's, I just want to look at, check my alternatives first. But if push come to shove, that's the only thing that I have to do, then I would do that. I just wanted to explore my alternatives, before committing to saying, okay, I can show up.
Okay, I get that, and we can talk about that some more. Okay.
Okay, let me go book my one-on-one.
Yes, just no. When you subscribe, DM me your email address as soon as I
Oh,
do.
okay.
And Grace will send you a link for your one-on-one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me go do that then. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And for all of you that have grabbed your daily heart meat, thank you. And I want to prioritize the people who come on here and actually do the things that they need to do, and tapping and sharing and grabbing your heart meat. I always say to people, it's like going to someone's conference. You buy a ticket, right? You go to that conference, you get in. It's not like you own the person, but you honor the knowledge and what they are going to share with you. Vinci, thank you for the heart meat. And not only that, on this TikTok streets, there are things you grab points and point turns to something for you. Thank you, Dido. Thank you for the heart meal. Thank you for subscribing. Please, once you have subscribed, you have to DM me your name, your email address, because that's the only way we can send you a link to schedule your appointment. So Zuma, what question did you ask that I may have missed? And you have to think about it. Questions fly over here quickly. So I'm trying to kind of check on everyone's question. So pardon me if I miss your question. Dido, I think I answered when you asked me what state I am in. I answered that. Miss O, thank you for the heart. I have looked everywhere and I don't see. So I'm just gonna suppose that you were just talking. So I'm gonna keep going. When you go in there, you will be able to see the subscription spells out what is included. So when you click service and you click on that, it'll tell you what you need to know about the subscription, what is included in it. Do you need to have a college degree? Most business owners do not have a college degree, but they have the understanding of business, the desire to be a business entrepreneur. The healthcare industry, once you get in, right? I encourage everyone to always learn. I am always learning. Even with a doctorate degree, I did go back and get another master's because it was something I needed for the area that I am in. And I got that, and I did not walk the stage because it didn't mean anything to me at that point. But the knowledge I needed, the certification I needed, I got it. I mean, having been in business for myself for 10 years, I continue to seek knowledge. And one of the things that I do, because I'm opportune to get into certain areas that some people may not, I get into some rooms that other people may not. Relationship connections, they help. So when I grab that, I bring that back to my Success Club and I use that knowledge to teach. And I use that to share with them, because although you may not get into the room that I've gotten into, you're going to get in there through me. Welcome to the club, Shay. You're going to get into that room through me, because I'm going to get in there and be a bridge and hold that door open for you. So to answer your question again, you do not need a college degree to own a non-medical home care agency. You can own it if you have the desire and you're willing to learn. Now, will you need to hire someone with a college degree at some point? As your business grows and as you learn what you need, you will need to hire someone into that position. And you yourself can continue to educate yourself. If you own a business, right, and you just say to yourself, I'm going to open this business and I'm going to just sit with my limited knowledge, your business will grow as much as you, right? you have to open yourself and avail yourself to learn a lot of things. No one was born knowing. And a lot of the football players and a lot of the stars who own non-medical home care agency, which I will not name names for you, but if you look them up, you will find out a lot of them own this business. If there was no money in it, nobody will want to do it. But it's a business where you go in with your heart, because there are days when it is difficult. So when I told people I make over millions of dollars, every year, there are people making 6, 10, 20, 30 million more than my company, and I know them. But the point is, they've been there longer, and and they expand in a different way. And my growth is very steady. I like steady growth. There are people who grow exponentially when they start. There are different growth structures in businesses. Some people get up and they run and they just go. And I'm not for that structure, because oftentimes when that structure falls, it falls very fast too. Mine is such that I've been blessed that we grow and we stop at a step and we learn. Ours is like a staircase, and that's what I teach my Success Club members, because when my hands are involved in your business, what I want for you as a coach, as a mentor, is that your business sustains, is that it becomes a legacy. My daughter, our oldest daughter, has grown enough. Thank you for that, Puff Heart, Pamela. I appreciate all of you. Okay? I'm trying to manage the teaching with the clapping and the acknowledgement, but I am so grateful. Joyce, thank you for the heart. Thank you, Pamela, for grabbing your heart. I thank you. She said, oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I look forward to our conversation. So what I want for you is not just to open a business. I want you to thrive. I want your business to thrive. Now, I am not going to ever tell you a joke and say, oh, in 1 year, you will become a millionaire. We will do no such thing, because it's a lot of work. You get out what you put in. Now, what advantage do you have in this moment? You've got me. I am one of your really good advantage. Why? Because I have walked that path and I'm still walking it. I didn't just come up here and say, I can help you fill some paperwork and then boom. There are people that come to me and say, can you help me open a non-medical home care open a transportation business? That's not my specialty. So I'm not going to tell you that I can do that, but I have a relationship with someone who is an expert on that. So what do? I bring her up. Just like I was talking to Yedem, and his partner, we have a meeting. Yedem came to me for non-medical, but from discussions, I found out that he was already in another thriving business. Things happen, whatever, but we're going to focus on that. So I'm bringing some expert. Where my knowledge ends, I leverage my relationships, and that's what you do, okay? That's what you do. That is why you cannot be in it by yourself. And the people that are in my club, what I am creating for them, aside from sharing my knowledge and sharing the things that I'm learning from other people, is that they too can leverage among themselves, because we will come to a point where everybody gets to know everybody. You have a cohort to go with. So that, thank you, Sherlyn. So that when you want something, you can text someone and say, hey, this is what's happening with my business. And I do that with a lot of my cohort members too. I have a cohort member with Goldman Sachs. And my dream is that next year, at least ending of next year, I can have 2 or 3 members of my club that I can recommend for the Goldman Sachs, because they teach you things at a level that is much more than what I can give to you, because I leverage what I've also learned from them. Some people may never make it into that 10K SB club because it is by invitation and by recommendation only. And there's certain things, criteria that you have to meet, okay? So someone asked me this morning, soon after I finished, I have scheduled, great. There more to open a company. That's right. That's right. Nelly, welcome to the club. Congratulations. And that's what I tell people that I mentor. Whenever someone comes to me, I get a lot of messages on here every day. Can you help me get clients? I'm like, If only they know that's not their biggest problem. Because if you get these clients and you have no clue how to handle the clients and to handle the employees that you are hiring, problems. In the beginning, it may look like nothing. It may just look like, okay, I'm going to send my people out to go and do some work and then I get paid. What will you do when the foundation shakes? Because you didn't set a solid foundation. What will you do when Medicare come back to you? Thank you for the heart me. All the money you paid because you miss a step. What will you do when you realize you couldn't interpret your own policies and that your state actually requires you to have a policy? 5 years ago, a lot of people in the state that I live in, through trends, I'll bring you up. A lot of people in this state opened a non-medical, it was a group home. It was a group home that a lot of people opened. And then they didn't get their licenses, but they started running it. And it was back-to-back closure and arrest, and it was so embarrassing. There was a pastor among that, and me being a pastor's wife, it was hard for me because I thought to myself, people would say, oh, this a man of God did this and da-da-da-da-da. And all I could understand is lack of knowledge, lack of someone to guide them. So that's what I am trying to do. And do I do it all for free? No, guys, I've got bills to pay just like anyone else. Okay. Truth Straight, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Dr. B, thank you so much for bringing me up. As soon as I bumped into your class, I was like, God, is this how you work? Because I'm like, I'm a pharmacist, and I started the whole process in January of this year. But for some reason, I got discouraged because I was not getting any information from anybody. I wasn't getting any help. And the website was not very informative for me. I did gather some information. I do have all of my paperwork ready, but I'm scared to turn them in. I don't know why.
What state are you in?
Georgia.
Girl, where do you live? Which city?
I live in Brazelton.
Will you want to come see me in my office this week?
Yes, ma'am. I'm so scared to turn in the paperwork. I'm like, what am I going to do? Since January, it's June.
Yeah.
And just last night, I was talking to myself. I'm like, are you okay? You have all of this paperwork ready. Just turn it in. And I'm like, okay.
Also, things have changed. The
Yes.
system that you saw before is not the same system anymore.
Wow.
A lot of things have changed. We're gonna have you scheduled a one-on? No, you just
I subscribed.
I just wrote your information down. Because you live close, we may
Yes.
break protocol. Okay.
Yes, please.
But Grace will kill me. Grace is my assistant. When you see her, you will know what I'm talking about.
Grace, please don't kill her. She's an angel right now. God, you have no idea. Since January, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Are you a coward? Why are you scared? I'm like, what is going on with you?
You are not a coward, but you were genuinely scared because what you don't know, right?
That's right. And no one wants to give you information, even your close friend.
Yep, that's what happened to me 10 years ago.
I'm like, are you guys okay?
Yeah, they are okay. They just don't know how to share. I think, rather than us taking it that people don't want to help, I came to the realization that not everyone knows how to teach. Not everyone knows how to share information appropriately. And perhaps they themselves did not know and someone did it for them. So all they know is what they're doing. So how can they tell you, how can they give you what they don't have? And don't be upset. I learned that the hard way. Okay. So when we finish with the meeting, I am going to send me a DM, okay? To say who I am, and this is, so I can see if I can squeeze you in. Your 30 minutes will be a face-to-face, because Brazelton, my office is in Lawrenceville. My assistant lives in Brazelton.
Jesus.
So you are right around the corner, okay? And
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Nikki, my scrubs, you wanted to say something?
I just had a question, like I put something in the comment section. Hey,
Okay.
how you doing, Doc?
Doing good. How are you?
Yes, so like I really like last time I introduced myself and I stated that after graduation it will be F and PDNP
Yes.
of the road, and then I'll be also having the psych on it. So
Yes.
the thing is, the problem I have right now, cause I had two jobs. I had to quit one because one I quit on the second one because I want to full concentrate on this project. So with that being said, I had prepared that this month. I even set up a meeting because I need a visual. I'm not looking for the actual spot. I'm looking for the visual office.
Okay. Virtual.
It's really like, yeah, it's really like so cheap. It's not pricey. It's not gonna cost me dollars
Okay.
because my address is already used for Kima Scraps. I already used it for business registration by the state from Kima Scraps. So I'm looking for that visual one for this,
Okay.
for the home care business.
That's
That's why I'm going there on Monday.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that I'm on the right track and I'm not like, by the time we meet, you're like, oh my God, where did you?
Yeah, I don't want to yell at you when we meet and be like, and my clinical manager says, Dr. B will hit you with a velvet hammer. You better watch out. So I don't want to hit you with a velvet hammer. So
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
get
for me, like it's gonna be a long time thing because I don't want to practice in the hospital. I want to put everything on this one, like everything, because I'm gonna go skewed on it. That's why
very good.
I will go
Well,
skewed on it.
we
But
start
first I
slow.
want to start off with this one. I
Yes.
want to start off with this one, and then eventually I'll have to add on the skewed part of
That's
it.
when you scale up, and that's why we will look at your business name and how to brand you in such a way that it will make it possible and easy. It will make a smooth scaling process for you. Okay.
Okay.
So I look forward to our conversation.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Nah, how are you? Nah, you have a question?
No.
You just came up here to hang with me? She laughed. All right, good to see you. And let me move on and ask Choice. Choice, I'm just gonna say Choice because I can't say the other name, but thank you for subscribing. All my subscribers, where it says question, you know, where you type in a question, go and click on that star and choose those badges, please. I want to see the badges by your name so that I can easily identify you. Thank you. Joy says, my husband and I have been looking into opening our home care agency, but we're worried. Why are you worried, Joyce? Which state are you in? Joyce just subscribed so that I can send you a message. Choice. She says, I don't know. Choice, tell me what state you are in, and then we can talk a little bit more. Don't be worried. We'll talk some more. Learn at home. Thank you so much for that popular vote. Thank you. Leonard Holmes says, I am in Oregon and I own a private K-5. Oh, that's awesome. To 12 school for 28 years, interested in a care home. All right. So let me talk about what I'm talking about here so that you know. So ours, the not, thank you, Anna. Good to see you. Thank you, Anna. So the care home is different from the non-medical home care agency. So the many states call it care home. Many states call it different things. Each state has a name. The group home, personal care home, assisted living, that's not what we're talking about here. Because with those ones, you have to have an actual home. You have to have a property. You have to have a place where you're going to put your clients. And then you're going to spend money decorating it, putting it to meet the specification. You are... Thank you so much. And you're going to put it together so that it meets the specification of the state. The reason that I am talking about the non-medical home care agency, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you, Nikima. The reason I'm talking about the non-medical home care is because the cost of starting, Nikima, You made that happen. Thank you so much. The reason that we are talking about the non-medical is because the overhead cost of opening the non-medical home care agency is actually less than opening a personal care home. What I say to the people I mentor is this. I say to them what I said to myself, right? For me, my background is in pediatric cardiology. So 99% of my non-medical, I don't want to call mine purely non-medical because we do both. Mine is 99% peds, and then I do adults. We have the adults. We have the DDS as well, because some of my kids grow into needing those services, so we make it a seamless transition for them. Now, when the time comes, we had to scale up. When we purchased our land, I made the decision. At first, I wanted to build an assisted living facility, 20 bedrooms. But when I did a presentation at our local children's hospital, when I left, the messages I got was, why are you trying to do that? That's not what God called you into. Some people put it to me that way. Others said, that's not what we need. So I realized where the pain points where and what was needed, and I pivoted. So I'm going to build something else. We're building 8,000 square feet of something else, but it's pediatric driven because that's where the need is. And that is what I teach my Success Club members, that you want to pay attention to your business and your clients, and you realize what their pain points are, so that when it's time to scale the business, you scale to that way. Because if you're scaling your business just because it's what you want to do, but the need is not there or the finances is not there, you are creating something that you may not be very happy with. So I don't tell you not to go the path you go, but I kind of guide you to make sure that you make good decision, that you do enough research, that you're thinking through the process of your business. So when those people made those comments, I paid attention to what the pain points of my clients were, and now we're working towards solving that problem. So whenever someone says, I have carried this paper for 2 years, someone opened for me and I don't have clients, or how am I need. See, don't send me a message saying you need clients. I don't give clients. I do not give anybody clients. And don't let someone say to you, once you get Medicaid, you're going to have clients. That isn't true either. You have to know how to market. You have to know first of all, you have to decide who your real customers are. See, the people you're taking care of oftentimes are not your clients, but these are the things we will be teaching. So I encourage you guys to please sign up for this class. Everyone who has subscribed, you should be attending this class. Some people have already started paying for it. We want to make sure we will close it off by the 3rd week of June. Registration for that class will be closed off so that we know how many people we have. In this class, you're going to get the accountant, you're going to get the marketer, you're going to get the banker, because you also want to learn how to put your company's finances together so that you are bankable. There will be a time when you will need a business line of credit, because the people who pay you, the reimbursement may not come in on time. How do you leverage the money from the bank to pay your staff until such a time when that money comes in? You need to know how to be bankable. So I highly encourage all the subscribers, and that was one of the things we were going to talk about in this meeting, was just zip everything else. If you're in the process, I know there are people that were submitting their papers right now. Other people were coming up with the strategy for marketing. Other people were meeting again because the first meeting, there were some issues that we needed to go and do some research on. I encourage everyone to please send a message asking Grace to send you the link to register for that training. You want to be in that training. You are going to be happy that you are in that training, okay? I don't know how else I can stress that. You think that this 1 hour I come on here and just give you some information, a little bit is good. Wait until you come to that training. You're going to be very happy. So go ahead and send a message, okay? Send us an email to all of you who are subscribers and you've had a one-on-one, or you've gotten the email to schedule your your one-on-one. You already know what our email address is. So go ahead, send Grace a message and say, she says, please don't raise the cost when I'm ready. Laugh out loud. No, we won't. As long as well, I shouldn't say that. It just depends. I'm trying to do so, but I need more information to schedule the one-on-one. What information do you need, Pamela? I need more information. Did you not get the link to schedule the one-on-one? Pamela needs information. I tried to write this down because I'm gonna forget. Because if you've already scheduled the one-on-one, that means you have our email address. Where to schedule? Okay. If you just subscribe, Pamela, and you sent me your email address, please look in your spam folder. If you don't see it, I'm going to have it resent to you. Okay, we'll resend it once I get off of this live. We will resend it to you, okay? The class is $199 to all the subscribers. For those who do not subscribe, it's $499. So you choose which one you want to pay, $499 or $199. Subscribers pay $199, okay? It comes from Vision Growers. Yes, Pamela, it comes from Vision Growers. There is a link to our Calendly. You just click that link and choose your date. We let you choose your time and your date so that you don't stand me up, because when I Tuesdays, I devote Tuesdays for my subscribers completely, so that some days I do up to 24 one-on-ones back to back to back. And then when someone misses it and then they come back to me, it causes some craziness, because remember, I am in my office. People are still coming to me about this thing and that thing and everything and in between. So I'm multitasking even when I'm giving you that time. So when I get a little break, it's like 30 minutes to an hour break. I take care of my staff in the office. I answer questions. I return emails. I get lunch, because I too eat. So when you don't come in your time, and then you come back and people actually get mad at me, and they're like, I want you to give it to me now. And I'm like, you can't do that. I'm going to ignore you, because that's like throwing a tantrum. In fact, that's an insult to a 2-year-old, really. You're not going to let people run you. You are going to respect people, and people respect you. And I respect your time. So when you schedule, please show up. So if you have already gotten the email, go ahead and turn around and email Vision Growers and say, Grace, please send me the link for the class. Send me the link for the class, and Grace will send you the link for you to register for the class. Okay. And then we go from there, because this is week 1, week 2, week 3, we close down that class. The next cohort will not happen until maybe the end of August or September. Maybe September. After this class, we're just going to pay attention to all the people that are in this cohort and meeting their needs and their business needs and making sure that they're standing well. So that the next class will be after we reopen our one-on-one in August. We will not take one-on-ones the entire month of July, because I will be away on a medical mission trip. I own a nonprofit organization where I go to, we go overseas to provide free medical care. We do free surgeries, you name it, all kinds of things. So I will not be here. I will need to rest, because on the 7th day, the Lord, He rested. If I don't rest, it'll be a problem. So I will rest. Thank you for that, heart. Thank you. So guys, as you come in, please grab your heart me, and also share the live, share the live. And we will be here. Eve, congratulations. Welcome to the team. Jesus Millionaire, I just like that. We should all just call ourselves Jesus Millionaire. You have a question for me?
Yes. You know what? It's so funny. I've always believed that I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I said I believe it all. I just believe that I'm going to be that girl.
You will.
but the person who's gonna make it happen is Jesus. So
Amen.
he has to be in the front of that
That's
dream.
right. That's right.
Right. So what happened is my schedule was for July. So I might have to reschedule and change that one because you're not
No,
gonna be.
if you have, was it the first week of July? Because I think there's
Yeah,
yeah,
2 days.
leave it where it
Leave it.
is.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, oh my God, she's not gonna be here.
There are 3 people. I think there's 3 spots open the very first week of July, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
So
After that,
I have one of them.
okay, you're okay.
Oh, okay. That's right. I got nervous for a second.
Don't be nervous. If you're in, you're in. Someone
Okay.
asked, do you have to be a nurse or a doctor? See, my husband watches over me. He just came over. He's on this thing with us. He said, someone just asked you a question. Oh, no, you don't have to be a doctor or an NP to own the non-medical home care agency. All right, girl. Let me go to choice.
Yes.
Okay,
Bye
go
bye.
ahead. Hold on. Jesus Millionaire, you were done with your.
I'm trying to get off. Yeah.
I'll send you off. Don't worry. And then Choice, you had a question.
Hi, Dr. B.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I kind of worry. My husband and I want to open a home care agency, but we don't know what to start. We met some guy who have a consulting firm in Massachusetts because Rhode Island. I live in Rhode Island. Rhode Island, that's where I live. And a guy who owned the consulting firm in Massachusetts, but charging us an arm and a leg. But my fear here is that he told us he cannot guarantee us getting a client. The only
He's
job,
telling the truth.
the job he can do is to open the company for, and that's it. And
I
like
love him.
go from there.
I like that person. You know why? Because he's truthful, right? He's telling you the truth. Because most people that open it for you are people who know how to fill out the paperwork, but they don't know how to help you manage or help you operate a business successfully. They're not into marketing, they're not, but he is very honest about what he can do. And he wants to charge you for what he can do. I respect that, right? Now, there are people like me who is in the business. And so if I were to open for someone, the people that I open for, I don't just open and send them on their way. I get them to be a part of the Success Club and I train them. I keep my people for 6 months if they choose. There are people who I open for and I tell them you need to come to the boot camp. Usually we do a face-to-face boot camp for those that are in the state of Georgia. When they're out, we do a Zoom. And you cannot make people do what they don't want to do. Some people just feel like, I know it, I don't need you. And I'm like, congratulations, here's your paper. You've done, I wish you well. But the ones who want to stay, we teach you about marketing. Because the tragedy that we have found with a lot of people, what experience have shown me, is people who do not understand how to market for themselves. Therefore, they pay other people and then they continue to pay month after month and they don't see an ROI, return on their investment, and they don't ask questions. They don't ask somebody to give them the metrics. Give me the metrics. What's the KPI on what I am paying you for? Because oftentimes these people will probably send you a phone number and they tell you, go fetch, go call this number. And I keep telling people, if I have, because I am a mom, although our girls are all college grads and all now, but when the twins were babies, it was a difficult pregnancy. We went through all kinds of things. We were in the hospital for about a year. So when we were home, we needed home care, right? So we had an agency send a nurse to the home, even when I was already doing what I'm doing in healthcare. I already knew my stuff, but they came to help me at home. Now, in that moment, if you had called my phone and you said to me, I need you to teach me. I mean, I'm calling to see if you need my agency to provide services. I'm looking for a client. I would have hung up the phone on you. Because in my time of need, you're calling because you want my money, but you're not calling to really, there is a different way you talk to me. There is a different process that I would like to relate with you. I don't know if you're getting what I'm putting
Yeah,
down.
I'm getting what you say.
No.
Basically, it's like somebody who already know what you need in the right time.
Yes. So there is more. Hi, Nurse Excel. Good to see you. There is more to the marketing than meets the eye. And that's part of what we will be teaching. We teach you to be your best marketer because you are the best marketer. Now, when I have my first meeting with my clients, there is a way. Thank you, Nurse Excel. Thank you for grabbing. I see my people know how to get in a room. They make themselves known. And I appreciate that. When I go to meet my client for the first time, or the family, or the family or the client, and I'll explain that in the training, there is a difference. There is a difference. And so when you learn these steps and these foundational things, you then go out equipped to market, and you will get clients. So, and then when you get insurance, when you get into Medicaid is icing on top of the cake because you've already identified who your clients are. You've already identified how to speak and solve their problem, because business is about identifying a problem in your community and solving it. Non-medical home care exists because there is a problem that needs your agency, and you want to set yourself apart from others. You want to be able to present the case for your company, and then doors open for you when you do that. But when you don't know how to do that, people can read through you, and people are just like, next.
Money and just go.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Were you saying something about classes that you got coming up?
Oh, Nurse Excel, thank you. Yes, it's the end of June. We're having a training, and this training is going to be 8 hours. It's going to be a whole day training. It's going to be all things home care from the beginning, and we're having all the people we're helping to open, those who are already in the business, those who are wanting to learn, who may have their permit and just don't know where to go from there. This is the class for you. It's all things home care from beginning to end. And then if you want to continue with our club, you can stay in. I ask you to stay for 6 months, because 6 months you should be good. Your business should be standing. Okay. All right. Hey, Manuel. Truth Train says yes, yes. So if you want to be a part of that, you've got to subscribe, because if you subscribe, it's $199 for that training. If you don't subscribe, it's $499, and I can take $499. Pay me $499, I'll take it. But the class is a bunch of I'm bringing in some experts in their own field. Okay, and I'm helping you build relationship. Yes, Anna. Somebody want to give you $499, you take it. Don't turn money away. But man, not all money is good money. Pay attention to it. Anyway, did I answer your question, Choice?
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Thank God. I have a quick question. I'm in New Jersey, right? And I had my EIN number.
Yes, ma'am.
I registered the business already.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know, do we have to have like a license for non-medical home care?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you must.
Okay. I think
Register.
I subscribe. Is it possible I can have one-on-one with you? And also, how do I register for the class?
Okay. Have you subscribed?
Yes, please.
Did you subscribe today?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what you want to do, please, is go ahead and send me DM me your email address. When I get off this live, we're going to send email link to everyone that have just subscribed. And that link will take you to where you can schedule your one-on-one. Also, for everyone, you are going to receive an email that if for those who haven't paid, because some of our people have already paid for their class. If you have not paid yet and you're a subscriber, we will send you a link to go ahead and register for the class. You can register and pay for the class. And then that's it. We will schedule your one-on-one, okay? Just so that you can reserve your spot in the class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Deb Nikki says, how do I subscribe? Deb, right here, you'll see where it says service. Go ahead and click that. It'll take you to a place that says join Dr. B Success Club. Go ahead and follow that direction and you can subscribe. So I'm going to say this to everyone again. I think Madam A said, can you say something? Truth said, can I reserve a spot for a friend? Yes, you may. And for those of you, you don't know, I realized TikTok opened up something for me and it said someone can purchase a subscription for another person. So if you want to get a friend in, you can go ahead and do the subscription and send it to a friend. Anna says, you always make me laugh. I like that. Anna, life is too short. Even when we're talking money and business, we can't just be like, we have to make it fun. And and one other thing when we get in the club, we're gonna have a club meeting this month. I'm sorry. Oh my God, this is June. Today is June 1st. Shirley, the other day I came up and I was like, hey everybody, happy Saturday. Shirley's like, Dog B, where are you? Which continent are you in? I was like, I am in this. Anyway, we're going to talk about taking care of yourself and loving yourself. Oh, Nurse Excel, thank Tiara says, I need a one-on-one this week, but I haven't. Okay, Tiara, did you just, Tiara, I think you subscribed like last week or something like that. We sent you, and I did your email by myself. It wasn't even Grace that sent it. I think I sent it. So can you please check your spam folder for your link, Tiara? I'm gonna just make it, okay? But if you can check your junk folder for me, Boss Lady. Hi, Boss Lady. Dr. B didn't answer my question. Madam Andrea, please ask me again. You and I are about to meet this week. I'm excited. Ask me again. Ask me your question again. I'm sorry that I didn't answer. Tiara says, thank you. Fipa is laughing, Boss Lady. Nurse Excel, thank you. Shirley's always laughing at me all the time. Very true. Okay, I'm going to repeat. The class is coming up the end of June. We will close off registration the third week of June because it's coming up around the 27th, but I will re-announce it. I will make a video post again. I will post this video to the subscriber only spot, the subscriber zone. And you guys, how you get into that place, when you go to my profile page, you will see some videos that are locked up and it says subscribers only. Thank you, Siobhan. I appreciate Thank you for that heart me. You can click on those, or you can go to where it says subscribe on my profile page. You click on that, you'll see where it says subscribers, a space or zone, something like that. You want to get in there, guys. Tap. We are at 36K. We're looking for 100. I come over here with the same thing every day. I'm like, we will get to 100. Charlene promised me. She was like, one day we will get there. So one day we will get to 100 taps. Let me see. I'm trying to answer all these questions. So she's answer. We meet next week. Yes, we meet this week. Okay. Thank you. So the training is coming up the end of the month. We will close off registration for that training by the third week of this month. If you want to be a part of that training, go ahead and subscribe, because when you subscribe, the training is $199. It's a whole day, 8 hours training. We're going to have a marketer in there to give you some strategies and teach you how you can be the best marketer and how you can turn your caregivers into marketers without me giving up everything. And there will be a banker there also to teach you how to be bankable. Financing is important for your business. The accountant will be there to teach you about your books, because the books and the bank are closely related. You need to know how to marry the two and how to separate church from state. I say that, not really the church. You guys know what from your personal life, how to set that structure up, okay? So it's going to be a whole 8 hours, and you've got yours truly who is going to wrap it all together for you and continue with those who are members of our club outside of TikTok. I am hearing myself every, let me, sometimes people don't want to hear themselves talk. It's enough for me to know that you guys can hear me. So, sometimes it's just like, do I really want to hear myself? Shay, thank you for showing your tag. Nurse Excel, thank you for showing your tag. Shay says, I can't wait. So another thing I was telling everybody, just so that we get this done soon, if you have already had an appointment with me, or you have scheduled one and we haven't had an appointment yet, but you want to be, and I highly encourage you to come to the training. Send us an email to Vision Growers and say, Grace, please send me a link to register for the class. Just send that email, and what Grace will do tomorrow when we get in the office is send everyone a link to register for that training. But you have to send us a message. If you didn't send the message, you will not get the training link. It just means that you don't want to come to that training, okay? But if you want to come to that training, you will have the link sent to you. Thank you so much, Nurse Excel. I appreciate you. So everyone, I'm going to be going off soon. If there is no other question, I'm going to go from the top and talk about what we talked about today and come to the bottom. Congratulations. I'm going to talk about everything, just kind of do a summary. And this is how I want to summarize it. Let me pull my keynotes. You know, everything you do, you have to have notes. Oh, and I wanted to say something. Under my post, guys, every morning, you know how people make posts and say, you gotta post 5 a.m. sharp, 5 p.m. sharp. I make fun of that in the house because I'm like, girl, I have a job. I don't know how to post this. Stella, the email address only go to the subscribers. If you want to be a part of the training, go ahead and subscribe right here where it says service. Once you subscribe, you send me your email address, your name and your state, and we will then in turn send you an email with a link to schedule your one-on-one. That email is what you will respond also to us and say, I need the link. I need to register for the training. Okay. Ooh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the mustache and the hats. Thank you. Okay, Madam Andres, I just sent an email to Grace. Okay. Stella says, I do not see it. Can Mimi help me tell Stella? Right here. Stella, do you see where my pen is? It says service, and there is an arrow going up in there. You have to click that. That's what you click. It opens up, and there is one that says, ask me a question, blah, 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 and then blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say blah, 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 but you know what? Then you will go ahead and, follow the prompt and do what it says. Dido, welcome. Again, if you have subscribed, DM me your email address, your real name, not your TikTok name, and your state, okay? And then we will send you a link. If we don't get it to you tonight, you will receive it tomorrow, but very likely everyone that subscribed will get a link tonight. But very likely everyone that subscribed will get a link tonight for you to schedule a one-on-one. What I'm also asking is to get you registered and get your spot in the class. Go ahead and use that same email and send us an email saying, I need the link to pay for the class so we can get that out of the way and know that you have paid for the class and you're registered for the class, because we will close off the 3rd week of June is when we close off. And then when we close that off, everyone that have already subscribed or and gotten their appointment scheduled, I will see you before I go on my medical mission trip. But when I go, we will not see you. We will not do, a schedule or a training. The next cohort will likely be in September. So if you want to get in now, if you want to be part of this now, then go to the bottom of your screen, everyone, where my pen is, and you will see a box that's, thank you, Madam Andre. You'll see a box. Yes, Mr. Dido, I see that you've subscribed. You'll see a box that says service. Go ahead and click on that box, and you can subscribe through there. I want to tell you guys something. Yesterday, I talked about the states that do not need you to have a license. That does not mean that you shouldn't register with your Secretary of State. For every and any business that you want to establish, you must register with your Secretary of State. You must structure your business. It could be LLC, it could be an incorporation, it could be sole proprietor. It's up to you and read. And your accountant is a good person to help you. Well, you can do research. I tell you not to pay someone to register your business for you. But I also made a post explaining the different business structures. You have to search through my profile page to see that video about why each one is what it is. You have to determine if you want to do an LLC, you want to do an incorporation, you want to do a sole proprietorship. Most people with a domestic company does a domestic liability, which is the limited liability corporation. Okay. So that's what you want to think about that as well. For what I'm about to say to you right now, right? I'm about to give you names of these states that doesn't require you to have licensing. However, those states may require you to go back and do your license if you want to become a Medicaid provider, meaning you want to do business with the government. And there are opportunities. So I always encourage my people to do so. I am a Medicaid provider. I'm a provider in different areas. And there are certain things that open up, which are some of the benefits you get from being part of my club, is that you get teaching on how to access these things. Okay. So I'm going to give you those names. I have it written down, right? These yesterday, when I named them, when I will mention them, we will say Golden State. So the Golden State that may not require you to have a license, but if you try to get into different aspects of the business, they will require you to go and get the license. And as I'm going to name these Golden State, I ask you to do 2 things for me, just 2 this time. If you haven't done so, grab your daily heart me and tap the screen. At least get me to 50K before we leave. I disappeared that out of the screen. I'm like, no need. My people are not tapping. They don't want to tap. But if you can tap to 50K before we get out of this room, 59 times 10, that's how many fingers are in this room now. So you just use 2 of it and tap, or 60 now. Okay, let's go. Alabama is a golden state. You may not need a license for Alabama. Arizona, golden state. Connecticut, golden state. Delaware, golden state. Idaho, golden state. Indiana, partial exemption depending on the services. Iowa, Golden State. You should type in Golden State in there. Let's do a dance with that. Kansas, Golden State. Michigan, Golden State. Missouri, Golden State. Montana, Golden State. Nebraska, Golden State. Nevada, non-medical exemption applies in certain areas. New Mexico, if you're not billing Medicaid, Golden State. North Dakota, Golden State. Ohio, for purely private payers. The minute you want to be involved in the state programs and receive payment from the government, you must get a license. So I'm going to say you need to get a license. South Dakota, Golden State. Utah, Golden State. West Virginia, Golden State. Wisconsin, Golden State. Wyoming, Golden State. So those are all the, Shirley, I love that. Golden State. New Jersey, not a Golden State, Evelyn. New Jersey, you do need to get a license. Thank you, Anna and Shirley, for doing the Golden State. If the name of the state was not mentioned, it is not a Golden State. So Enchanted Amber, California, definitely not a Golden State. Thanks, Mimi, for chanting that with me. Truth Strength, thank you. Oh, y'all, you guys are so... Thank you. Nurse Excel says, tap, tap, tap. Let's get Dr. B to 50. Please, people, tap. Catadale 5. Heart me. So if the state wasn't mentioned, that state is not a Golden State. I go to Catadale room and I learn some things in her room. In these streets, there are a few rooms that I go. There are some rooms that are very respectful and clean and fun and being who I am in the background. Oh my God, thank you, my She does the best makeup. I don't know how. I don't know how to do makeup. She looks pristine when you go in her room, and she teaches about these TikTok streets. She teaches you what to do so that you don't get in trouble. And I thank her because she and Dr. Lisa Crumb are the two people. And I think there's another lady. I go into their room and I support everyone. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in to support me today. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So if I did not mention your state, it is not a Golden State. Now, California is definitely not a Golden State, and it will cost you $5,000 to open a non-medical home care. That is just the license. I'm not talking about your insurance or what you pay for someone to put the paperwork for you. I'm just talking what the state charges you. It's $5,000. When most states charge 50 or 1,000 something or 2,000, California is one of the expensive states to open. But it is not part of the Golden States where you don't need. Did I make 50? Thank you. I did not see that. You guys, mwah, mwah. You are wonderful. See, we hit 50. We can do it, people. See, you guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tapping me to 50. I'm going to get off of these TikTok now so that I can go make sure that everyone that subscribed gets a link to schedule their one-on-one, and that they also get to schedule you guys for the training that's coming up the end of the month. You guys will love the training. And this cohort, you are going to be successful together, because when you have other people in business with you, they understand what you're going through. I want it in such a way that what I'm experiencing, you will experience the same thing, that you can take up your phone and just click your cohort. You know, we're going to kind of put people in each state will have their own little cohort that you can say, hey, what do you think? And when you guys go to community care meetings, you see each other, you can, you know, do things together and navigate this path of business together, and also give jobs to your community, add value to your community. So thank you, everyone. Let me go keep my promise, okay? I'm going to go send you guys the link and have Grace do hers. My husband, when I post a video, my husband said, talk about it. Yes, the subscription is $9.99, but if you subscribe for renewal or you do 3, 4, whatever month, it is I think it's 10% discount. Yes. There is someone that comes in under all my videos, and he posts and he says, I'll help you open your LLC and blah, 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 blah. The country is free. So TikTok country is free. People can do what they want. But I just want you to know that that is not me. You will see Dr. B. And often what I tell you is go and subscribe and then DM me your email and your name and your state. If it is not me, doesn't look like me, doesn't sound like me, doesn't walk like me, it is not me. I just want you guys to know that, because I've been noticing that a lot under my post. Okay. Yes. So you will pay when you go in there and then you subscribe and you DM your information. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me hit 54K right now of those tabs. And thank you to all of you who grabbed the heart me, all of you who gave gift, Thank you so much. Thank you, Catadel. Thank you, Nurse Excel. Thank you, Sherlyn. Thank you, Excel. Thank you. I can't even mention everybody. All of you, just take it. Just thank you for the tapping. Mimi, you are everything. You know that. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Mwah. I love all of you. Have a good night. Enjoy. And let's walk into this month of June with just this lightness in our feet and this clarity in our mind. Let's walk into June and possess the month of June. Yes, Nurse Excel, thanks for showing your tags. Let's walk into this month knowing that every door that was closed on us in the last month is going to be open in this new month. Every difficulty, everything that you face, the challenges from January to May, it is over. We are possessing our possession. We are taking back what the devil stole. We are going to walk in peace. We are going to walk in a new kind of life from God. This is our month to shine. The remainder of this year, the remaining half of this year, we are going to succeed, and nothing shall by any means stop us. In Jesus' name. Thank you for that gift. God bless you. See you later. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.